Hello everyone, it's Rider here and welcome to another video, and I'm doing another Transformers review. Not much in the way of Transformers out in the shops at the moment. I think the combination of us being in between waves and being in the middle of a pandemic means that new stock isn't appearing, but I have seen evidence, in fact I know it's happened, of Kapow Toys shipping Skylinks, which prompted me to try and find one on the internet yesterday. Kapow was out of stock, In Demand was out of stock. Found one on Comics and Cocktails and I pre-ordered it. It's actually the cheapest price around, $69.99 including postage. But it said it wasn't in stock until September, so I thought, you know what, even if I don't get it till then, it'll be fine. Pre-ordered it yesterday. I've had the invoice through today, so it's on the way. So I should have an Earthrise Skylinks here at some point this week. But we're not going to talk about Skylinks today. We're not going to talk about Earthrise. No, we're going to go all the way back to a period that, well, basically it was about 3-4 years ago when Combiner Wars was on. So, Combiner Wars, it's a line that a lot of people love to hate. I love it because it brought me back into collecting Transformers. And I love it because that was the start of that line when the toys started to look like they should do from the Generation 1 cartoon. And I know everyone wasn't born in the 80s. I know that, Mary. But I was, and I loved it. But it doesn't mean that I can't appreciate things that are new. And in Combiner Wars, I mentioned the Alpha Bravo, the Rook, the Off-Road figures that were all new characters. And we got another repaint, which was, I think, the first mainline version of this character. It is Nova Prime, which was a white repaint of Combiner Wars Optimus Prime, Voyager figure. It's funny, TFR Wilderness asked me if I got one of these about a month ago because he was looking to buy one, and I said no, I'll skip that one. I didn't bother getting it. I must have done because it was in my loft, so there you are. But I would have sold him anyway because I want him. So, you know what? He's quite a cool figure. Truck mode is more of a modern style truck. You've got his weapons here just chilling out in the back. You've got a trailer hitch there. I'm not sure if you can attach like a G1 trailer on there and all that kind of stuff. But those of you not born in the 80s will not know what that trailer is. So yeah, it's a cool truck. He rolls really well. No real paint on the wheels. It could have done with a bit of silver there. You've got the Combiner torso just chilling out there. Combiner groin just chilling out there on the back. I think this is the issue with some of these Combiner Wars figures, and it's an issue with Combiners across the board, really. By forcing in this combine mode, one mode always gets spoilt. Now, this figure isn't too bad, actually, even though the combine mode isn't the strongest, but you can clearly see there's a crotch piece just chilling out on the back of the cab. Nice paint here, though, and nice bit of gold. And it's nice to actually have a white Optimus Prime that isn't Ultra Magnus. That's quite cool. He comes with the same weapons as Optimus, so he comes with like this engine gun. And he comes with more of his traditional Optimus Prime blaster. And I think these can be like attached together and all that stuff if you really want to do it. Good to have options in it. So, shall we transform Nova Prime here? Try and have a go and do it on camera, see how we get on. So the legs come down like so, and the feet come up. How do we do this now? Just going to start pulling things apart and hoping for the best. Right, here we go. Right. Transformation, pretty simple. I should have really shown you what I was doing, but well. Go and see a proper YouTuber, not me, if you want to see how to transform this bloody thing. In fact, I did, if I remember rightly, yeah, I did. I had to have a look at the video to remember how to transform this thing because I got quite confused on it. It's been a long time since I've actually transformed this figure. Alright, so let's turn his arm round. You can see actually there, I've got a bit of plastic wear. I don't know if that was just there before. Interesting. But here we go, almost there. And here he is. So here is Nova Prime in his robot mode. Now interestingly, one thing I really like about this figure, and it's kind of a positive negative if that makes sense, this was one of the first and only figures I've noticed that actually has his foot cut in like an A stance. There's no ankle rockers or anything like that, they're just moulded in that shape, which I think is quite good, but in modern day stuff, you know what, just have the ankle rocker. Proportions on this guy are all over the shop. He's got basically gorilla arms, his arms are huge. This figure did come with a new head sculpt, which is quite cool. There you go, can you see it? There you go. Yeah, quite a nice little head sculpt. And it Combiner Wars for me was like one of the first times I noticed that repaint's got different heads, which I think works quite well. If you're going to repaint something and the body's going to be the same but a different head, at least it looks like a different character rather than just the same character painted up in a different colour. Head can rotate and do a full 360. Arms can do a full 360. You've got a rotation there. You can do 90 degrees at the elbow, nothing at the wrists, bend at the knee, and bow back that far with some nice ratchets, forward that far and out that far. And I've already said you get bugger all on the feet. So yeah, I mean, he's a cool little figure. He can hold his weapons like so, pretty well. Like a lot of Optimus Primes of this time, and like more recent times with Siege, a lot of kibble on the arms. Most of the truck hangs out on the arms or on the back. But I actually quite like him. I mean, when I stumbled across him in my loft, I thought, oh, I'll bring this guy down and I'll have a little bit of a play with him. And I thought, you know what, after the success of the video that we did last time, talking about Alpha Bravo and so on and so forth, I thought I'll show you another character that Combiner Wars gave us that isn't G1. I'm sure Nova Prime may have been mentioned in G1, but I'm sure we didn't have an actual character on screen. It's nice to get something a little bit different, not something straight out of the G1 show, even though we all know the G1 show is my jam. So, let me try and remember how to get this into combine mode. Okay, so I haven't got the rest of his combine form, but you can imagine some arms and legs shoved around him. Nice head sculpt, pretty much the same as Optimus. I forget what that combiner was called. I forget what this one was called, to be honest with you. But the same mould as we got for Motormaster, the same mould as we got for Optimus Prime. So this mould was used a few times. This one out of all of them actually holds together, probably the best out of all three. I don't know why, but it just does. Maybe it was normally with moulds that you degrade rather than getting better, but this one was pretty sound. As with the other figures, you can have the chest closed up here, or you can open it up. I prefer this particular figure to be opened up, but there is a bit of a lack of paint there. That really needs some paint on there. But of course, you can take the Legends Hot Rod figure and click it in there as a chest piece, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty much it for the combine mode. Anything worth mentioning? As I say, this holds together quite well, but these shoulder tabs are renowned for popping out, so be aware of that. So all in all, Nova Prime here is a pretty solid toy, and well worth the 20 quid that I paid for him back in the day. It might be 15 actually, I can't remember. But is he worth the 40, 50 pounds he costs on eBay today? Probably not, don't bother. And I know some people like Wilderness and all that stuff are buying these figures to put an upgrade kit on because it's a third party upgrade kit and all that. And something I'll never ever quite understand is why you take a 20 quid toy and buy an 80 quid upgrade kit for it. I can never understand that, and it does make it look like it does look cool, but at the end of the day, you might as well just buy something of that quality anyway. I never understood that side of the community. Just like I don't understand people who buy a 50 quid official product and then go straight on the Toy Hacks website and buy a load of labels for it. I mean, it's fine if you want to do that, it's your toys, your rules, but I can't understand why you would spend 50 odd quid on something and spend another 10, 15, 20 quid sometimes on Toy Hacks labels. I can completely understand if, for example, you've got an old toy, like I've got a toy here that I'm looking to, I've ordered some stickers from Toy Hacks, but it's to replace old ones. Yeah, I've never quite understood the whole upgradey side of it, especially when they're so bloody expensive. The only thing that I have got, and it was because it was in a lot on eBay, is when I bought Combiner Wars Motormaster, it come with a third-party feet and hands, and to be honest with you, they're awful. They just keep falling off, and that toy's awful to hold together anyway, but the feet just don't peg in, the hands just keep falling off, so yeah, anyway. But it's your toys, your rules. I won't be doing that. Nova Prime here. We'll chill on my desk for a little while before going back into the loft and, well, probably staying there for a while. Anyway, until next time, I hope you enjoyed this little review. I've been Zort Rider, and I'll catch you again soon.